Hello friends, Miss Angela here again, and today I'm going to help you guys do a science experiment. Does that sound like fun? I love science, so I'm looking forward to this. Now, we do have to have a couple materials though gathered first before we do it, okay? So what I have to help us is one big bowl, because we need something to mix everything in. I have cornstarch, which is something that's usually found in the kitchen. And I have a cup of water here. Now, if you want, you can also have some food coloring. I picked blue today. Okay, and so what I'm going to do with this food coloring is put it in the water to turn the water a different color. Okay, so we're going to start with doing that first. I'll put some on my stick here. I'm going to start mixing it in. Oh, there it starts to change color. Stir it around, make it a little bit even darker. There. Now we have some blue water. That'll just make the dough that we're making a different color. Now, with these ingredients, the colored water and the cornstarch, we're going to make something that I like to call glurch. Just because it's a funny word and it kind of explains the feeling of the dough that we're going to make. It's kind of glurchy and sticky and runny and gooey and just a whole big mess, but it's a lot of fun. Other people like to call this recipe Oobleck, and so if you have your mom or your dad like type it in on the internet, they'll come up with a lot of recipes for Oobleck too. But when I was growing up, we called it Glurch. Okay, so we are going to start by putting some cornstarch into our bowl. Now I have 1/2 measuring cup with mine, okay? So I'm going to do 1 scoop, 2, 3, and 4. Oh, that's not a full cup there. 4 scoops, so about 2 cups of cornstarch. Don't worry if it gets a little messy, everything gets cleaned up. And all we're going to do is take our colored water and we're going to pour it into our cornstarch, okay? Kind of slow. And then you can start mixing it with your hand. Okay. Make sure it gets every part of the cornstarch. Mix it around a little bit. It's kind of weird. Feels pretty cool, actually. Make sure you try to keep it on the table, okay? Mix it all together. It's going to be kind of hard. It's going to kind of feel like honey. That's what it reminds me of, the consistency of honey. And sometimes you might need to add a little more water or a little more cornstarch. This looks like I need to add a little bit more cornstarch. So I'm just making sure I get all of the edges on the side here, mix it in. It's kind of fun using your hands instead of like a spoon. Now, looks like we need a little bit more. Because I made this too runny. But that's okay. Oh, that's perfect. Makes your arms work out, huh? Moves all those muscles in those hands and the arms, trying to mix it all together. And don't worry, Mom and Dad, I know this is messy now, but if you just put some soap and water over it, it'll clean it right up. So don't worry about the mess. And then you guys can play around with it here. This is Glurch. So you kind of roll it around in your hands here. If you can get it in your hands. Like to roll it up. I like to roll it into little ball-like things. See? Rolling it together, but watch what happens. It's like it melts. How fun is that? Now parents, you guys can put this in a Ziploc bag for your kiddos so that it's a little bit less messy. But I like the way it feels. That's the whole point of this experiment, is to feel it, because that's one of our senses that we're learning, is feel. We feel with our hands, and this feels pretty cool. All right, you guys. Now remember I said you guys can clean it up with just water and soap? Now I have a bowl of water here, just so I don't have to run to the sink on this video. I'm just going to put my hands in there and rub the water all over it. See? All clean. That's a pretty fun experiment. I hope you guys have so much fun with it. And you guys can use many different colors of food coloring. You guys can make red or green or yellow, whatever color you want. Okay? Have lots of fun. And enjoy getting some messy activity in there, all right? All right, guys, I'll see you soon.